What should you be looking for in a new SUV? Welcome back to Techstination. I'm Fred Fishkin. Joining us from Kia America is Head of Corporate Communications, James Bell. Hi, James.
Good morning, Fred. Nice to be here.
Great to see you. And tough choices facing consumers today, I think, when they're vehicle shopping, often for an SUV. Stick with gas powered, maybe go hybrid or all electric. How do the advantages of each or even disadvantages stack up?
I think the first point that always needs to be made, because you're right, it can be confusing. There's lots of different options out there, but that's also the benefit of the car industry. It's a very competitive place, and so we always have to be upgrading our game and bringing out the latest and greatest and making sure that people have every option possible. It's easy once you really have a deep, serious, candid look at how you're going to use your next car. There's something in the American car buying psyche that says, I want the biggest, I want the boldest, I want as much as possible. And then 2 years on, you realize, wow, I completely overbought. It's like buying a a five bedroom house if it's just you and your wife. Doesn't make sense. So it's all about looking at your lifestyle and saying, what is the best fit? Nobody likes going to the gas station, let's be fair. Sorry, gas station owners, but they're not always the most pleasant place to go. So probably not only once you find the right size and idea of vehicle based on your lifestyle, and again, you have to be very candid with yourself, and then start looking at the powertrain options. The electrified versions make so much more sense, whether it's a plug-in hybrid, a full hybrid, or now, of course, there's all electric vehicles, which represents about 10 to 12% of the cars being sold every year now. So that EV thing is not going away. Just let me assure you of that.
And are there still a lot of misconceptions that people have out there that they don't think it can fit into their lifestyle, for instance?
Well, I think the biggest misconception is thinking that they need to continue just get a gasoline powered car. The electrified versions are just so much better. Let's just start with the driving experience. They're quieter, they're faster, they're smoother, they're less intrusion, and those words that I just said, I call that luxury. And then if you go to a plug-in hybrid, of course, the first 40 miles or so that you drive are all electric, so the engine doesn't even turn on. So that's even more comfortable and easy to drive. And if you go electric, well, you're never going to a gas station again. So it really becomes, looking at the luxury, if you will, of electrification. And then on top of all that, there are even less maintenance things to do because they are electric. They have that electric powertrain, so the engine is barely being used, and when it is, it's not under stress. So it's just a smarter choice on so many levels.
So what is this that you've got next to you there that we're seeing,
Oh
James?
yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, that's my friend, the new updated Sportage. That's our X Pro version. So that if somebody again looking at their lifestyle, maybe on weekends they really like to throw the dog in the back and the bike in the back or something, and go up to some mountaintop and meet friends and spend some quality time in nature. Then the X Pro version is perfect for that. This is it's not Jeep level, go climb over rocks kind of thing, because let's be fair, most people don't do that. But it is more than capable to get you through the snow, again, to the hilltop with your friends, to any camping spot. So it's a very, very capable all-wheel drive vehicle, and it's got that all-wheel drive look that people love. Oh, sorry, that kind of off-roading look that people love. Then we also have a full hybrid version of the Sportage here that is just everything that I described earlier. Simple to drive, powerful, quiet, smooth, very luxurious. So yeah, and all of them, both versions of the Sportage, of course, are in that 5-passenger crossover space, but big enough to carry lots of things, but small enough that makes it easy to use, easy to find parking spaces. It's really the best choice.
And of course, you do have the a variety of full
Oh yeah.
electric vehicles available too.
Absolutely. Yeah, we have the EV6, which is maybe a little bit smaller than the one over my shoulder here. That's full electric, doesn't have a gas tank, never do another oil change. It just goes down the street up and down every day on electrons. I've had one now for, let's see, mine's got almost 22,000 miles on it. It's a dream. It's so easy to use. And let's be fair, in today's life, easy is probably a good thing. And then we also have our EV9, which is a little bit bigger than the car over my shoulder here, but also full electric, more the size of a Telluride or a Chevy Tahoe, something like that.
Terrific. Well, consumers today are worried, I suppose, about things like tariffs and
Sure.
the EV incentives going away. So, what's the impact on the market? What's your assessment?
Well, it's tough to say because there's just unfortunately a lot of confusion at the source. The administration is not very clear in their direction, not very clear in getting things set up so we can go back to business. And I mean that not only as us as a manufacturer, but also for consumers to lessen this confusion about, as you said, which incentives are continuing, which are going away, what's the tariff going to do the price, what's the tariff level going to be at. It's just a lot of confusion right now, and that makes it tough to do business. But I think the ultimate impact is if you're in the market, especially for a full electric vehicle or electrified ones like we've been talking about, now is a pretty good time because some of those incentives are planning to go away in early October. So you might want to run down to your local dealer and see what's available there. But then going forward, tariffs are basically, an additional cost that has to be carried by somebody, and that's ultimately going to become the consumer. So it's a tough spot, but I think that there are companies like Kia that are offering, a plethora of choices, all at very value-based pricing. So we think we're a pretty good option, a safe haven in the storm of all this economic uncertainty, if you will.
You talked about a lot of the advantages personally of owning an
Yeah,
EV. What is selling them today? Is it word of mouth from relatives, friends, coworkers? I mean, you're telling your neighbors, you're telling your
yeah,
friends. Um, and
yeah.
tell me about that.
I do think there's a lot of it is Fred is I like to say like local champions, people who have EVs and are instantly converted to the idea. I can tell you, it's you. My wife drives a gasoline powered car, and I'm just dying for her to get out of that thing and into a full electric because she'll love it. It's just so much easier. How do I say this? How would you like to leave your house every day with a full tank of gas? You get that with an EV. Here's a great example. You're out for your day's activities. You come back at night. You know the next morning you got to get up and have a doctor's appointment or have to be somewhere early. And as you pull into your driveway or your garage, you look at the gas tank and think, should have got fuel today. It's okay. I'll do it in the morning. Then the morning comes and inevitably, where are my car keys, or the dog gets out, or something delays that departure. And then you get in the car, you're running late, stress is already building, and then you look down and go, oh, I got to get gas too. That goes away with an electric vehicle because when you come home, you plug it into your 220 volt outlet, and just like you do your cell phone when you go to bed at night, you plug it in and put it next to your bed. You do that with your car. So when you wake up in the morning, your cell phone's charged, ready to go. Your car is ready to go as well. It's just a really easy lifestyle choice.
And typically can save people a lot of money.
Oh my gosh, yes. When I think about just in my own case, I've had one, as I said, for almost 22,000 miles. I've saved, gosh, probably $7,000 in gasoline that I don't miss. I don't miss going to the gas station. I enjoy going down the road, knowing I'm not putting out emissions, doing the best I can for the future and my family. It's just the right way to go.
Do you think the maintenance issues aren't getting enough attention or lack thereof?
Lack thereof, yes. Um, well,
I mean,
it's hard to,
you don't have you mentioned oil changes, but you don't have the belts. You don't so
no.
many different odds and ends that aren't there in an electric vehicle, right?
Decent. Well, yes. I mean, the average gasoline powered car has about 22,000 different parts. An electric vehicle has about 2,000. So your complexity level drops right away substantially. Yeah, with with an electric vehicle, windshield wipers and tires. That's about it. You barely even have to use the brakes or have the brakes addressed by a dealer or a service station because most of the stopping is done by what's called regeneration. So as you take your foot off the throttle, it immediately starts to run electricity back into the battery pack to give you more miles going forward, but then that also slows you down. So you really only use the physical brakes, the pads and all that, when you're coming to the actual last stop at the red light or stop sign or something like that. Most of the braking is done electrically, if you will. And so, yeah, the maintenance is near zero.
Terrific. Where are you going to send everybody for more info, James?
Oh, that's easy. Well, okay, I know I'm biased, but I would go to kia.com. We've got a fantastic website there, award-winning website. It's super easy to navigate. You can look up, quickly information on all the vehicles we talked about, including the Sportage over my shoulder here and our line of electric cars. I also love sending people to places like Edmunds.com or KellyBlueBook.com because they've got really great analysis on all the different powertrains and the different brands and the different styles to hopefully make your choice a little easier.
Terrific. James Bell, thank you for spending time with us.
My pleasure. Thank you.